Are you making this common mistake so many fit pros make with starting your online fitness business? Hope not, but let's find out coming up on the EntreFit podcast. Do you want to create, market, or scale your online fitness business? My name's Sean Garner, and here we give real fit pros the tips, tools, and strategies they need to succeed online. Welcome to the EntreFit podcast. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the EntreFit podcast. I see so many fit pros make this mistake with starting, creating their online fitness business, with relaunching or launching something new. And I see it so often, I get frustrated for you because you're wasting time and you're wasting money. And this is what it is. You're spending all of your time creating this perfect program, right? This mythical thing that you think is this world-renowned program, that this is going to be the one thing that finally helps you to break out and make your millions of dollars and be on the cover of magazines and speaking at large events. And you spend all this time, effort, and energy and money creating, and you launch it and it flops. So what I want to do is show you a better way to do it. And honestly, what I recommend anybody doing with anything, even if you have an in-person facility. And whenever I explain this, it doesn't make sense until I go into further detail. So this is what I want you to do instead. Instead of spending your time, like let's say right now you decided you want to launch your online training business and you're going to come up with this program. You sit down, you write this awesome program, you spend all this time trying to craft the world's best program, coming up with regressions, progressions, all this stuff, something that you really like doing. Then you're going to shoot all these high quality videos because you feel for some reason in your mind that the production quality of the video is what's going to get them better results, which we know it's not. And you do all of that, then you find some app or delivery thing that to release these workouts on. Then you start trying to market your business and growing your client base. That is what most people do. And if you're listening to that now, you're like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's how you do it. Well, that's how you can do it, but that's not how I would recommend doing it. The very first thing that I always recommend is build a community first. So we have a 3-step framework that we teach with EntreFit, with all of our business coaching clients. Number 1, build a community. 2, then create your awesome offer. 3, build the systems that support that and help it scale. So many fit pros, they skip the step number 1, and even with your in-person business. So this is what I recommend everybody do and would encourage you guys to do, whether you are just starting out with your online fitness business, you are relaunching, you're considering relaunching, or maybe just even with anything that you do in fitness, is this one thing. And here it is. From now on, I do not want you to create any product until you've sold it. Okay, so that doesn't make sense, and for some people, that does not compute. So let me explain this. I don't want you to create anything until you've sold it. So if that blows your mind, or maybe it just made you super, super excited, let me explain what I mean by this. So I have done both of these. When I first started out, I fell in with Project Dad Bod. I was doing an athlete, actually before I started Project Dad Bod, because Project Dad Bod, I did it right. I was doing this training for athletes program. I owned a sports performance facility, worked as a strength conditioning coach for a pro hockey team. I was like, man, I'm gonna be the pro sports guy, created this awesome program, released it, and guess what? How many I sold? Boom, 0. Big goose egg. Nobody wanted the program. It didn't sell at all. I think actually I got one of my former athlete clients to buy a program for like a super big discount or something like that. But point is it didn't work. And I had spent weeks crafting this amazing program and shot all these really cool videos, like really in-depth tutorials and stuff, wasted all this time, money, and I didn't sell anything. Fast forward, go to relaunch online training, and it comes out as Project Dad Bod. And I was working with a business coach who told me this, and it kind of blew my mind. I was like, this doesn't make sense. He said, no, don't worry about creating it until you've sold at least 3. We came up with 3 because he said, what's your number? And I said, he said, what would it be worth for you to create this product? And I said, $6,000. He said, okay, so we're going to make your number. It was I think it was a 16-week program I sold for $2,000 whenever I first started doing online training. I said, okay, so you got to sell at least 3 of them to make it worth it. It's like, well, yeah. He said, okay, so I don't want you to do anything until you sell 3 of them. Just focus on selling 3, then you can do it. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, I've got to have all this stuff ready so I can show it, because whenever they buy it, they're going to win. He's like, no, trust me. So what I did as a trainer, and this works especially for the people that I hope are listening to this, the real fitness professionals that know how to get results for people. Guys, we know how to write programs. Why do we say we're doing all this stuff, like working on a program and working on this new thing that we're going to launch? Guys, if you had a new client right now, you could write a program for them in the next 30 minutes, right? You could shoot the videos in maybe a couple hours after that. And you could package it all together and upload it into whatever delivery service you want a couple hours after that. But we'll spend weeks creating and crafting this world's perfect program before we even think about marketing it. So this is what I did with Project Dadbot, is I went out and I listed all my deliverables. He said, list all the things that you want to give them and that you know without a shadow of a doubt you could deliver on. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to write up a program, and then I'm going to give them some nutrition guidance. I'm going to help them with like some grocery shopping list, like maybe a few recipe guides. I'm going to give them some like mobility routines that I do. I'm going to help them with like mindset and goal setting. Going to give them this sleep strategy guide that I always use, and then like some bonus conditioning workouts that I do whenever I'm short on time. He's like, cool, don't create any of that stuff. It's like, okay. So what I started doing is I started marketing Project Dad Bod. This is what you're going to get. I was looking for 3 people to join my coaching program because that's all I needed was 3. And I started doing calls with people. I told them exactly what they were going to get. This is the day we were going to start this program. And guess what? I sold 5 of them. And so I ended up getting 5 of them, and I gave myself about a 10-day turnaround time to get this thing launched. And guess what, guys? If somebody pays you, that would have been $10,000 between those 5 clients, you're much more motivated to sit down and write the program and shoot the videos and upload them and get everything ready for your launch. Much more motivated, because most people spend weeks doing that, planning the whole thing out, trying to build the perfect website, instead of just building their community and focusing on the people that you've already attracted and then seeing how you can serve them. So what I learned, thankfully, through all those calls is I didn't spend any time wasted trying to create this program as I was doing, like we're coaches, we know how to write programs. So as I was doing these calls with people, I was asking them what they were looking for. So I didn't create a program that I thought was good, then try to sell it to these people. What I did is I found my people, and then I found out what they needed, and I created the program for them that served them and met their goals. And it ended up being very successful. And from that point on, it was so much easier to scale it because I already had a proof of concept instead of trying to make this whole thing up as I go. And then get into websites on other podcast episodes, but because of those first 5 clients that I had, well, they helped write all the sales copy for the next group of clients that would come in, because now I had words of my target market that I was trying to attract. I wasn't trying to just make a website all about me, but I was really able to focus in and address on the pain points, the goals, the obstacles, blockers, things that these dads were looking for just by using the words of the dads I had already served. And I was able to get their testimonial videos and add on there. And it just makes it such an easier process, guys, so much less stressful, because I'm not guessing. I've got real information. I've got data. I've got proof of concept to know what I should create going forward. So how this also can apply with your in-person is, again, I always try to relate with you real fit pros out there. Almost everything you do in your in-person business is the exact same things that you have to do in your online business to make it successful. You just do it differently. So if you think about it, that's what most gyms do. They have a pre-sell. They pre-sell memberships before they actually launch the gym, before they build out their group fitness roster. You have a rough idea of what you want to do, right? But you're getting pre-sales. I remember with one of the gyms I helped launch in Miami, as we were doing pre-sales, members would come in, or potential members would come in for a tour. They would talk about, oh man, well, I was really hoping you guys would have this piece of equipment here or offer this class. And our answer was always the same. Absolutely. We're actually planning on adding that in the next 3 months after we open, because we're gathering all of this data of what people are looking for. So we're not just randomly guessing. We're having our customers tell us exactly what they want. Then we created it for them. So it makes us look like superstars in everything that we do, because they're like, how did you know? This is exactly what I needed. Just because we listened. We didn't spend time wasting guessing what we thought was awesome. We gathered this awesome community. We found the people we were called to serve, and we created what they needed to help them. So guys, I really hope this adds value to you. If you are a real fit pro and this does help you guys, I would love it. Do me a huge favor, screenshot this podcast wherever you listen to, share with your other fellow fit pro friends so we can help change and impact more lives and help the real fit pros, not the Instagram booty model wannabes, but the real fit pros stand out and crush it online, guys. Take these tips. Don't create anything from now on until you've sold it. Build an awesome community, then create an awesome offer that attracts them, then build the systems that grow, that help you grow and scale your business. Guys, thanks so much for listening. If this adds tons of value, you want to find out more about what we are all about, check us out, entrefitcoaching.com. You can actually get 1 week of our incredible coaching program for just $1. Come check it out, see if it's for you. If you're a real fit pro that's ready to create, market, or scale your online fitness business, love the opportunity to talk to you guys. Thank you so much as always for listening. Love you guys. Have an awesome day.